Good evening and welcome to ATM. Yesterday, from the podium of the United Nations, the world didn't just hear a speech. It heard a declaration of war. Not a war of armies and tanks, but a war for economic freedom. The announcement of a new, fully funded Global South Development Bank was not a proposal. It was the sound of financial shackles being broken. And the world is now holding its breath. For decades, the IMF and the World Bank, the twin pillars of the Washington Consensus, have been the only game in town for developing nations. Their loans came with conditions, their advice with consequences. But now, the BRICS Plus nations and their allies have thrown down the gauntlet. The shockwaves are already being felt. The U.S. Treasury issued a terse, two-sentence statement calling for stability, while Beijing and Moscow hailed it as a historic moment. Tonight, we ask the critical question, is this the dawn of a new, multipolar economic era, or is this a magnificent, but ultimately doomed rebellion? So what makes this new Global South Development Bank, or GSDB, so dangerous to the old order? It's not just the money, an initial pledged capital of over $200 billion. It's the philosophy. Their charter, leaked just hours ago, outlines a revolutionary approach. Partnership, not prescription. No more forced austerity. No more structural adjustment programs that cripple public services. The GSDB promises loans for critical infrastructure with no political strings attached. It's a coalition of strengths: Chinese financial muscle, Indian technological expertise, Saudi energy guarantees, Brazilian agricultural power. They're not just offering money, they're offering a completely different model of development, one built by the Global South for the Global South. But do not mistake the silence from Washington for acceptance. The IMF and the World Bank are not just banks, they are the financial enforcers of the dollar-based system. And their empire is striking back, quietly but viciously. Credit rating agencies like Moody's and Fitch have already issued stability warnings for the founding members of the GSDB, a subtle threat that could raise their borrowing costs globally. The true weapons are not in memos, but in the plumbing of the financial system. Control over SWIFT, influence over credit ratings, and the ability to pressure private investment funds are all powerful tools to isolate and discipline those who dare to step out of line. The message from the established order is clear: join this rebellion, and we will make you pay. This brings us to the real battleground. Not Washington or Beijing, but the capitals of dozens of developing nations across Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. They are the prize in this economic war. Right now, their finance ministers are making a terrifying calculation. Do they stick with the devil they know, the IMF, with its painful conditions but proven track record of bailouts? Or do they take a leap of faith on a new and proven bank, risking the wrath of the world's most powerful financial empire? It is a choice between a golden cage and a perilous freedom. Their decision, nation by nation, will determine the outcome of this war. So, can this rebellion succeed? Will the Global South Development Bank truly break the old system? The honest answer is that it's too soon to tell. But in a way, the speech itself was the victory, because it shattered the illusion that there was no alternative. The new bank doesn't have to beat the IMF overnight. Its mere existence changes the game forever, creating leverage and options that did not exist 48 hours ago. The financial war has begun, and the old world order will never be the same. Thank you for joining me on ATM. I'll see you tomorrow.